Hey guys, welcome back to the TTA Performance YouTube channel. Today we got a special one for you, a very unique car. This is a 79 Trans Am, and don't let the scoop fool you, it is not a 400. This is actually a kind of rare 301 4-barrel 4-speed TA. 1979 was the only year that the Pontiac 301 was available with a manual transmission, and it was offered in the Trans Am, the Formula. I'm sure there was Firebirds too, but also it was across other body lines like the Grand Prix, the Le Mans, and the Grand Am. So your G-body cars also came equipped with the manual transmission as an option. Very rare on those too. If anybody out there's got a factory 4-speed 79 Grand Prix with a 301, let me know. I'm looking for one. That is kind of the holy grail car to me that I would like to own someday. And if it's an SJ with T-tops, even better. But anyway, I want to go over and check some things out on this car because it's a very, very low mile car. As you can see, it still has its original tires on it. This car has just over 5,700 miles. So let me turn the camera around. We'll kind of look some things over and talk about why it's here. All right, so what we have here, I believe this is Atlantis blue. I'd have to look it up to know what the names of the colors were in 79. But the story goes that this 79 Trans Am is a one-owner car. The original owner has contacted me, and he was looking to get it up and running because it has been sitting for a very long time. The story that I was told by him is that he ordered this car new. Options are kind of odd and unique. Of course, we're dealing with, and yes, again, this is not a 400. This is a 301. Let me show you. Prove it out. Yes, it has chrome valve cover, so it's a little bit of a day two car. But as you can see, the oil filter's on the side of the block. There's no dipstick over here. So this is a 301. You can see that the intake manifold, that is a 301. And you'll notice right away, no AC. This is a non-AC car. I believe he put the decal, the 6.6 decal on the hood scoop. The hood scoop is actually, see if we can see it. It's cut out in the back. They opened it up, kind of a common thing to do back in the day. Interior-wise, we have blue hobnail, 4-speed, not, like I said, non-AC, no tilt wheel, no cruise control, crank windows, but it does have rear defogger. What were some of the other options that I thought were unique? Yeah, it was rear defogger, the cloth interior. It is a T-top car, factory Fisher T-top car. This is a 4-wheel disc brake WS6 car. We have the 8-inch snowflakes on it. And like I said, we have the original Goodyear polysteel radial tires. Now, it does have power antenna also, as you can see on the fender. From what I was told, it was actually a radio delete car that he added an aftermarket head unit, but it had like the radio installation package, so like the power antenna, the wiring, but from what he told me, there was no radio when he purchased it. Some other day two features is that the car was Z-barded or undercoated when it was new, which you can see even under the hood, that everything is undercoated everywhere, that they even masked off underneath the car, which we'll see in a second, and masked off the body panels and basically undercoated everything, including the bottoms of the rocker panels and the bottoms of the fenders. It also has a Chapman alarm, which there's the key. I'll show you this. This is kind of a unique thing. Again, day two type stuff. That little barrel key is the Chapman alarm. And what it is that there is this cable running here, and it moves this little lock, which latches onto the hood so that, all the Firebirds and Trans Ams, Camaros, they all open the hood from the outside. So in order to keep anybody from stealing your battery or your shaker hood or anything, they had this locking mechanism that locked from inside the car. Part of the other part of the alarm system, here's the Chapman alarm system with the siren, which is actually in really good shape. And then this is actually a vibration sensor. So if something were to vibrate the car, it would set off the alarm. You can see that this, 301 cars had a very skinny intake hose here going to the air cleaner. Not much, not much volume of air going in. And like I said, he's had the valve covers chrome plated, which are still in really good shape. We'll get this car up in the air and take a look underneath. All right, after vacuuming all the dog hair off the bottom of this car, we can take a look underneath. Somebody's already changed out the shocks. It's got KYB shocks on it. You can see that there is tags still on the sway bar and on the rear sway bar too. But this car was Z-barded when it was new, so there's a lot of undercoating all over everything. In fact, you can see that they masked the bottom of the bumper cover when they did the undercoating. And actually the rest of the car is that way too. You kind of see a little bit of like overspray of undercoating, original tires, but like the bottoms of the fenders and the bottoms of the rocker panels all have been undercoated. Exhaust wise, it looks like the Y pipe is original and not even scaly rust. The cat was removed with a test pipe. Somebody kind of made some exhaust back here. I think this midsection here has been replaced once before, mainly because of, I don't know, that looks a little more like a patch of some sort. I think these mufflers don't look to be original. It's original style. Looking at, inlet it says. And then running it back, kind of going over the axle. There's rust through here. The tips have overspray from the undercoating job. You can see the bottom of the bottom of the quarter panel was masked and then undercoated. There is some rust through on the tips. All the exhaust is going to be getting replaced on here. I think we're going to run a true dual exhaust system because he did ask to do whatever we could to try to boost up a little bit of the performance of it. You can see the shocks have been replaced not too long ago because even the hardware's like brand new. More rust through on the exhaust. This doesn't look to have been coated exhaust. It looks like it'd be a tag there. I don't know if that's original or not. But the car is very solid, obviously, because it's practically brand new. Just a lot of undercoating everywhere. But we're going to get rolling on it. Work on getting it running. We've already put a scope down the gas tank. And it looks to be really clean in the gas tank. So I think we could just put fresh fuel in it. But I think we're going to replace a few other items. He also wants a new radiator hoses that he's provided. We're going to drain the coolant. Start looking at the radiator internally, see if that needs any work. And then pull the thermostat out too to see what that looks like. And we'll just get rolling on it. All right, so a little in progress of what we got going on. Carburetor's off. We're rebuilding it on the bench. We got the radiator out because it looked like there was some scale inside of it. So we sent that out, but unfortunately it needed to be recored. Unfortunately with cars with very low miles, that coolant, the ethylene glycol green coolant, will get acidic over time and cause corrosion internally. We did change out the thermostat, which didn't look bad. We put a 180 thermostat in it. We're getting the radiator record. Right now, I have new spark plugs, new spark plug wires. But you can see I got the drill mounted with the oil pump priming tool that we made. So what we're going to do here is change the oil on it. We got this one here. We were using Lucas brand hot rod oil with the zinc in it, 10W40. And either that or normally we go with the Rotella 15W40, the T4 conventional oil. But this one here, we're going to be using the Lucas hot rod oil. And because the car hasn't been running so long, there was a date code on the battery from 2012. We're gonna, I think it's been run before that though, or I mean after that, I should say. But just to be on the safe side, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run the prime the oil pump and double check to make sure we got oil pressure on the gauge. And then if all is good, we'll drop the distributor back in and put all the new ignition components on, put the new new carburetor, rebuilt carburetor on, get everything hooked up. The only thing we got to wait for is the radiator, which is going to take a little over a week to get the core in and have them rebuild it. So, yeah, making progress. All right, so here it is. We did some work to it. We did a carb rebuild. We did a new fuel line, reproduction fuel line, new fuel pump. Had the original radiator record. Fresh oil change, of course. Some fluid changes. Now, one of the other things that we did is that, we can't see it because the hood's open. But basically, the hood scoop now has a flap in the back. I'll show you that in a minute when we close the hood. All new exhaust. We went with a true dual exhaust on it, with some nice straight through flowing oval mufflers, very similar to like a MagnaFlow or a UltraFlow Dynamax muffler. That's what allows it to sound pretty good. We have brand new Cooper Cobra tires on it in the stock 225/70 size, and we did a little bit of other things, tune up and so forth. We did kind of play with the ignition timing and the curve of the ignition timing, and that seems to have helped with performance. The car is actually very fun to drive with the 4-speed. We also did some stuff on the interior. Not anything. We did install a new radio for the customer. He had a radio that he provided, and we installed that. Along with new speakers in the back. As you can see, the car has 5,800 miles on it. It's a kind of an aftermarket radio, so we did replace the power antenna also to get that working. Now that works. This is a non-AC car. It was undercoated when it was new. You can see all the plugs in the body from it being Z-barded when it was new. 4-wheel disc brake car, WS6. Car handles great, runs great, stops good. Basically a brand new Trans Am. So let's get the hood shut, show you this flap in the back of the hood scoop, and then we'll go take it for a ride. Might be kind of hard to see with the reflection on the windshield, but let's see if we can go from the outside maybe. But the back of the scoop, it's gonna buzz really loud I think, is actually hooked up to the throttle cable, or actually the throttle pedal. There is a switch that when you go wide open, it opens. It actually works pretty good. So let's get this thing fired up and warmed up, and we'll take it for a ride. So overall, this is actually a pretty fun build. Enjoy the car. It's actually pretty cool. He's going to enjoy it now, original owner, so he's going to be excited, I'm sure, to be able to drive it, cruise it, have fun with it like he intended. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll get you next time.